Hey guys, this is Maze. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good jazz. And yeah, if you guys didn't notice, I am casting on a new mic. I actually got this for Christmas. So let me know what you guys think about the mic settings. I think I tinkered with them enough. I think this is probably as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Let me know what you think, if you prefer the other mic or this mic, if it's too loud or whatever. Over time, I'll adjust things and uh, yeah, just give me some feedback on that. I really want to know. Got this for Christmas, and so far I'm happy with it, but we'll see what's happening. All right, guys, so we are watching StarCraft 2 DuckloadRA versus RoxkisAbver. I have not seen a game by this player before. I am familiar with the clan Roxkis, so uh, I'm assuming that that name carries some weight, so it should be a good game. We are also watching DuckloadRA, great Protoss player. I actually casted a match from by DuckloadRA on this map where he just had this incredible sentry micro where it only took like two zealots, a bunch of stalkers, and a couple of sentries to just annihilate mass zerglings, and he did a fantastic job of that. So I'd be curious to see if he goes for a similar strategy this time around. I think he might. 4-gate is good on this map. I've seen a lot of Protoss 4-gate push, so we probably will see something like that. I actually personally like to go for the Colossus build on this map because you can abuse these cliffs very well. I like having this position guarded very well. If the Zerg goes speedlings, it's very easy for him to capture these Ilnaga watchtowers, so I kind of like to have that additional map control, at least during mid-game. Early game, it's always going to be a fight with Zerg no matter what, so let's see what Duckload is going to be doing. Notice that he is actually not building his base as I typically would anticipate on this map. Usually you will see a heavy choke point over here. Sometimes Protoss players will even build out here and begin to block off and use that defensive build to secure their natural, because Zerg, as you see, will secure their natural pretty early. And this drone is just grooving. He is already ready for New Year's, so I want to go to every party he's going to. RoxkisAbver is going for his spawning pool. Not really that big of a shocker there. So spawning pool and hatchery on the way for Abver. So it's really up to Duckload how he wants to play this game right now. Does he want to go for the 4-gate push, or does he want to secure that Nexus? Soon we will find out. He is making two stalkers immediately. He is not getting that. He is finally just getting that warp gate technology. Chrono boosting out a stalker, so he actually misclicked there. He's only doing one, so it's still a little bit too early to tell what Duckload is going to be doing, but I think he's probably going to be going for that 4-gate push. Notice also that a lot of Protoss players will build their pylons on the outskirts like this. This is a very helpful maneuver so that you can see if there are any tricky little Nidus worms or Nidus canals trying to get into your base. And here's the Stalker. Probably will not be able to get that Overlord. Very close though. Overlord is almost bleeding, but no, he regenerates a little bit of life there. This is actually the block off I was talking about. So maybe he could have done this on purpose, trying to juke out the Zerg player psychologically. Let's see what he's getting, by the way. So right now it's just Zerglings. So he's going Speedlings. This actually might have been a good move if Duckload really wanted his Zerg opponent to go Speedlings, because as I've seen in the past, he's actually very good with them. Then making him think that this choke point here is open early on, the Zerg needs to make the decision what he wants to go, so that could have been a nice little juke move there. Sorry guys, 1 second. Alright guys, sorry about that little break. My alarm went off. You may have heard it in the background. Someone was trying to rob my house while I'm casting. How rude is that? Alright, so just kidding, that didn't actually happen. I'm fine. Anyway, let's go with the game here. Duckload with his Stalker attack going to be able to pick off an Overlord, but those Speedlings are coming right now, so the Stalkers are caught here. That was probably not the best move for Duckload to do. I'm not even sure why he decided to send out two naked Stalkers out here like that. Maybe just one for scouting would have been fine, but why two? Anyways, Duckload should be okay. He does have this excellent choke point here. All it takes is one Zealot to block off these Zerglings and a Force Field if he wants to trap him in, which he was able to get a couple, so not bad. He is going to be able to recover a little bit from that blunder, but as we see right here, the resources lost are about 2 to 1, so not that great for Duckload, but it's still pretty early in the game, so a lot is going to happen here. But this is the positioning I'm talking about. Just takes one zealot, and I think even a stalker is able to get through here if you do it well enough. It's kind of hard to see. I personally have a lot of trouble securing that position, but here's Duckload. It really, honestly, only takes a couple of zealots and sentries to deal with this amount of speedlings, and they might be able to get down this nexus, and I don't think that was the best time for Duckload to go for that nexus, but he is going to be able to secure this position, not losing any units at all. That's exactly what I'm talking about, folks, right there, not losing any units at all. So Duckload is able to secure this spot. He did lose some minerals on that nexus, but as we can see that he has recovered quite well from his early blunder. Tons of sentries right now for Duckload, making sure that he has that containment strategy on the Zerglings, as I like to call it. It's a lot of crowd control that you can do with sentries, especially if Zerglings are trying to go balls out at you. So what we are going to need to see from Duckload, though, however, is a couple of zealots or a couple more sentries or a couple more stalkers, because although he has this nice control here, it's going to be tough for him to really deal with these guys effectively. As you see, he is losing a couple of sentries here. He really doesn't need to. He needed a couple of more units. He is going to eke out okay of this battle, but I think the Zerg player is going to be able to get a good amount of sentries in here, and he is going to be able to equalize quite well, as we see that Duckload is now 500 resources behind. Taking a look at what Abver is doing, he does have those roaches. He has not yet chosen to go for a layer tech. I see this very common strategy on this map. Roach, Ling, staying in tier 1 for as long as they can, keeping this economic advantage going as long as they can as well. This is the counter to the Protoss 4 gate, and I think Duckload realizes this, and that's why he is going a more a different build here. I typically see Protoss go 4-gate almost all the time on this map, so it's nice to see a little bit different of a strategy. We actually do see Void Rays because I think Duckload has experienced this strategy before from Zerg. I have not really seen too much else either against Protoss on this map because they typically do go that 4-gate. So getting that Void Ray is actually very nice. However, is he going to have enough to deal with whatever has to throw at him? I think he will, just barely. That one Photon Cannon is fantastically placed. He is going to be able to get that. He's going to be able to move those roaches off that line a little bit, but actually no, that cannon might go down. So this is going to be pretty tough for Duckload. That Void Ray coming in just in time, and he might lose a couple of sentries here. So Duckload, actually that Void Ray is coming in to save the day. So these roaches are going to be toast. A couple more Zerglings coming in to reinforce his position, doing lots of harassment on this Protoss economy here. Maybe even going to be able to lose a Nexus. Might be able to snipe this Nexus down. I mean, the Void Ray is not going to be able to do enough damage to these Zerglings, and the Nexus is going to go down for Duckload. No, that is too bad for the Protoss player, getting a good sentry block over there. Going to be able to mop up the rest of these forces, but those Zerglings are just too numerous for that one tiny little Void Ray to do it. Look at this guy, 10 kills, not even a scratch on his spaceship. So he's doing just fine. However, the Protoss force is not doing that good. It's probably the next move we're going to see from the Zerg player is whatever units he is making right now, he is going to go take out these destructible rocks, secure his high yield so that he can continue on with his economic push. I think he's done enough damage economically on the Protoss player now for him to start securing his own economic position, which I think is what we are going to see soon. It looks like that Abver is going for another little nuke attack here, trying to possibly snipe out this Nexus, but I'm not really sure how much he is going to be able to do with a handful of Zerglings. What is that, like 6-7 Zerglings at this point in the game? It's just going to be able to be annoying, which I guess he successfully did. Anyway, Hatchery is on the way. The Layer Tech is on the way as well, so it'll be interesting to see what Abver is going to get at this point. Mutas would be a good call because, well, actually, if Duckload decides to stick with the Void Rays, Mutas would be a good call. The thing is, if he does go Mutas, would Duckload be able to get enough